We would have a special surprise for you later in the day. Guest commentator back is Paul Pav. G'day, Pav.
G'day, JT. This is going to be good.
Oh, it'll be awesome, mate. Awesome. Watch this one off the start here. And absolutely blind her away. Met him again. Absolutely stokes it off the line. Brendan Code up into second position. And Dave Hall, good start from him, into third as they head down now under the towards the bridge for the very first time.
Right at the last second, Cody got pushed back to third going into the sweeper, John. It was a really brave manoeuvre by our rider in second. Just went right round the outside and slammed the door on him.
That was cool. That was Dave Hall. I'll tell you what, that boy's he's been into it today as they come down through the up and over now. Matham, though, into control, but then Code comes back at him by the looks of things as they come out of there, heading up the hill towards the Porsche dipper with a drop down into that dipper for the first time. Matham now, he's absolutely got it wound up and he's heading off there. But man to watch is Husenberg, because I tell you what, you weren't here earlier on, Paul, but he came from about 8th to 9th position on the grid, won the race, and him and Daniel just absolutely beat the living daylights out of each other over about five laps. Awesome scrap between these two boys.
No surprise there. He's really just coming. He's really coming together now.
So there's Madam across the line now. Let's see where Husen. Oh, look at those.
Second already.
Second already, and fastest lap with a standing of a 108.689. That's a pretty good flying lap, mate. And so down into turn one they go. And down under the bridge for the first time. And let's have a look now, because this is going to be a beat up again, because it was Hugenbosom just absolutely monstered Matham for the whole 4 or 5 laps last time, and last lap he jumped him.
These new Suzukis are flash too, man. I really like them, eh? I was talking to Sloan Frost last weekend, and when was it? The 6 hour?
Yep.
Yeah. And he reckons it's a big step up on the last model. That VTEC type engine has just got a lot more punch out of the turns.
Yeah.
And it's going to be better for tyre preservation over these 15-lap TT races as well.
That's right, yeah. So, but tell you what, though, that BMW that Hugenbosom's on has got some torque, mate. You watch it coming out of those corners and up the straights. Boy, that thing's got some grunt.
I've seen dyno charts, John, of those things out of the crate, just run in, 190 horsepower at the wheel.
That's big horsepower.
Yeah.
And across the start-finish stripe they go now. And I tell you what, when you meet Hugenbosom, he's a very quiet-spoken bloke. But I tell you what, when he puts that helmet on, he grows horns.
Yeah, I think I'm Brendan Code too. I reckon he's got his absolute sights set on David Hall. He's been circulating around here in low 9s. He's doing 10s at the moment, so I wonder if he's getting held up a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think that's that is the case, and I think once you see him, he'll find a spot. But look, I tell you what, look at Hugenbosom on Matham now, and this is what happened in the last race. But the moment he got past Daniel, he just opened a gap. So down into the Porsche dipper they go, and Hugenbosom is right on Matham's rear wheel as they head down that short straightaway towards the Daylight AM sweeper. But looking right behind him, here comes Hall and Code as well.
Yeah, that Aprilia's flashed. It's a brand new model, and he says it's much better than the old one. So, and he was doing, the best time he did before was a low 9, and I think he may have even cracked into a high 8 on this new model. So let's see if he can dispatch David Hall.
But I tell you what, look at these two boys at the front. 105.563, 105.314. That's not bad times.
Yeah, and it's windy. It's really a strong headwind up this front straight as well.
Yeah. So, and
Brendan Code, he had third place for a second then, but David Hall outbroke him going into the right-hand sweeper at the end of the front straight. So that'll fire the little red head up.
Oh, look at this.
That's like poking a bear in the eye, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, look at these two at the front here, Dad. They're just absolutely monster. Hugenbosom he's a real monster. Look at him.
He can handle the stress. I've watched him on the higher sungs and coming his way through on the 600s. He's really calm. He doesn't appear to get frazzled when people are putting him under pressure.
Yeah, well, that's right. He was cucumber calm in that 6 hour. He led that race for the first 50 minutes in his stint, and he just didn't put a foot wrong. And here, look at this up the front straight here, Pat, and it is Madam there, and down into turn 1. Is Hugenbosom going to have a look?
No, too far back. He needs to be about two bike lengths closer than that.
So yeah, but this is it down here under the. He had a look under the bridge here before. Here we go down the inside. He's showing him the nose, but no. nothing there. Now, I know what you mean about Bantam. He is very calm. He certainly had to be in the pits after the race.
Yeah.
When he faced his nemesis.
Same thing just happened again. David Hall got pushed back about 3 or 4 bike lengths coming up the front straight, and then he outbroke Brendan Code into the sweeper once again. Cody's going to have to pick his game up going into the sweeper.
So up the hill they come now, and I've actually lost them on the screen here.
Still doing 5.5s. They're, you know, that's a pretty fine pace in these conditions. They're going to need to go probably 1 3/4 seconds a lap quicker at the Nationals. But you know, it's a cold day. It's windy.
Yep.
They're still not super sharp. They haven't got a lot of miles under their belt.
We started out here this morning in the track.
There we go, Tom.
Oh, look at this. Code around there. Hugenbosen around the outside. Code on the Matham on the inside. And Matham hangs onto it. Only just. They would, in fact, if you actually look at the chart, Hugenbosen led across the line. And down here into the Hamilton Ashfeld's corner, through the up and over now. The one place he hasn't had a nibble at, Daniel, is down here into the Highpool hairpin, and I reckon he's saving that. And here we go, down here. Now, is he going to have a look? No, not at this time, but he's very close there.
He set the fastest lap of the race too in that last lap, Alistair Hugenbosen.
Yep. So down there, oh, look at this now. Madam's got the back end loose coming into the. He was backing it in there, Paul. You like that backing end thing, don't you?
It looks great. I love it.
So, and he's down there into the Dale ITM sweeper. They go, and there's a back marker in the wake. And now this time last race, Hugenbosen used that on Daniel Matham and he's done it again. He's absolutely, Daniel just breathed a second, and Hugenbosen has around the outside of him again as they come across the start-finish line, and Hugenbosen leads across the line again, but once again Matham takes him, is on the inside line for turn 1. This was a great scrap last race. It's just as good, this one.
Risky business that, John, because if you are up the inside, going at the end of the front straight here and peeling off for that fast...
Oh, hang on a minute. Hugenbosen's gone up the escape road. Sorry, Paul, we lost Daniel. We lost Alistair Hugenbosen up the escape road, and that was a great shame.
Yeah, I was saying at the end of the front straight there, you've got to make that pass. You've got to be firm about it because you'll get your front wheel taken out from in front of you.
Yeah,
pretty scary.
So okay, so obviously the fight now we've got to watch is the one that's for
second and third.
Yes, it was actually third and fourth because Hugenbosen will still be in. I think he's still in second.
No, I think he'll be lucky to be in second. Let's have a look when he comes around.
He was so far up the road it wasn't funny. So. I mean, they had a huge gap on those guys. It was, they were 23 seconds up the road. So,
here we go. Here's our race leader, Daniel Matham, cool as a cucumber.
Yep.
Now looking for second and third.
They're a fair way back. Let's have a look, see where they are. Try and pick them up on screen. They're coming out of turn 10 now. So. Yeah, I don't think Hugenbosen has lost second place.
Yeah, he's come through in second just
Here
now.
he comes. So look at this now as they come across the line now.
Look at every lap up the inside he goes.
So there's David Hall and Code there. Let's have a look and see how they come down under the bridge for the next time. So it's actually given us an opportunity to talk about these guys because they got ignored the last race because of the battle that was going on up at the front. And it is Hall that leads from Code across the top of the hill there.
Don't forget, Hall's riding a 600 as well. I mean, that's a pretty good effort. I mean, that Aprilia will just destroy it up the straights.
Yep. So up the hill they come. Watch them come down into the Porsche Dipper here. And it is... I'll tell you what, he's actually gapping Code there as he's coming up that hill, which is pretty impressive. And down the straightaway now you go, you see Code, you're right. You look at him just eat him up on a straight line there. But by the time they get down into here, under the brakes, then Hall is... opens it up again. We've got somebody off the track there at the exit. It's turn 10. So up the hill they come. And it's checkered flag. We missed that. So it's obviously it is. Let's have a look across the start-finish line here. And And it is David Hall takes out second position from Brandon Coate, Alistair Hugenbosen, who's down in fourth position. So, actually, that might have been him crawling around the outside of the track down there. I think it is. So, because he was through in second position last lap round, wasn't he, Paul?
Yes, he was.
So he's dropped. So I've got a funny feeling that could be him coming up here now, going very, very slowly.